Uh-oh, here we are.
Here we are. It hasn't gotten old yet.
No, Jay, Jay and I are arguing. He thinks we've been on the air here for 2 years already.
Has it been 1 year or two?
I think it's one. Let's just say it's 1.5. Okay.
Okay, that sounds
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Okay, so who joined for now? It's hard to now. Okay, so tonight, you guys, officially, we have our new camera, our new microphones. We are now streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So we should be all over the world right now, right? Go to
That
comments
makes
and
me
see.
nervous when you say that, Jay.
Okay, so Linda Graff is on. Hey guys, and
Hi,
Michael,
guys.
good to see you. Thanks for joining earlier when we did the Christmas markets of Europe. It was nice to relive that trip in my mind
Oh,
as I ran through it.
that's
Some stuff I
good.
haven't done yet though. We've changed some of it since Bill and Chris did it. It's cool.
Yeah, I think Bree and I need to do that.
I think so.
We were looking through it today.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's beautiful.
Bert, Karen, good to see you again. Karen has signed up for the Christmas markets of Europe already.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, you guys, we have a lot to cover tonight. It's 7:31, so we'll talk slowly through the summary and then we'll dive into our topics. But we are going to talk about Eureka Springs and Branson bus tours, and then we are going to go over some reminders. We also are going to do our drawing for our $500 gift certificate that we want to give away from which tour parties were those?
It was Harlan and Valentine.
That's right. So we'll draw for that. And we'll talk about a revamp tour we have, all kinds and then we have a really cool survey out there that we'll talk about at the end. So you can take a peek at that when we get done with this. So without further ado, why don't we get started?
Okay.
So what tour is out right now?
Charleston and Savannah are
Yeah.
out there, and they're having a great time. Everything seems to be going just fine.
Yeah. And tonight they're going to Nashville. And so it sounds like a few of them are going to go check out the Grand Ole Opry. Is it the 150th anniversary show? Is that what was playing there?
I'm not 100% sure.
So there's some that's playing, and they wanted to go see. They had tickets tonight to go see it, so that'll be awesome for them to see.
He's not talking to the wall; he's talking to Bree behind us.
We have a moderator also,
She's in
so
town.
look out. So we're looking forward to them coming back on Thursday, and then next Monday we have Washington D.C. go out in the spring.
Jeez. I can't believe it, Jane.
I know, Monday through Friday, and then what are we doing on the following Saturday?
On that, it's the secret.
Mystery tour.
You guys
Number
are gonna
5.
love it.
I've had a lot of people ask what we were doing, and not one person has even come close. So I'm ecstatic to see what they react like. Oh God.
I'm going to watch.
Yeah. Are you sure? Are you gonna change your mind?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I have
That'll
to
be fun.
get the nerve up.
Yep. So that'll be really fun. So it's all and then it rolls right into Derby week and the Pellatula Festival. So we got a busy couple of weeks here coming up.
Yeah, Pella.
Pella.
Pella's huge. We have 3 buses this year. 3
Yeah.
buses. One full bus for Omaha, one
Okay.
for Lincoln, and then we have Norfolk, Fremont, and
Everybody
additional.
else. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, we have a few spots other than that. We had people sign up today. I think 2 or 4, or 6. We have like 10 spots or 20 spots, 10 spots left. So
10.
10 spots. So if you want to check it out, we can still take you on May 3rd. Bree has been here this week. She came in on Thursday last week, and we've spent quite a bit of time together on all kinds of topics. Today was cool.
Yeah, we learned a lot. I learned a lot. She's teaching me.
We have a new process of like when we book a tour, we have the wall of folders, and so we're trying to find an additional way to make sure that we have the check and balance and be able to work remotely. So we're working through all of that. It's been good to have somebody else help. Cindy and I put together all the reservations and everything and troubleshoot. So,
And she's teaching me a little bit about technology because I'm not too good at that.
so I think you're fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, I at least got us through 11 years.
That's
okay?
true. That's absolutely true.
So I should be happy with that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are on the world face of Facebook and YouTube with a wireless mic. You do pretty well.
None of this technology I thought up though.
Okay, all right. So, okay, the first tour we're going to go through is Eureka Springs and Branson. What a cool, unique opportunity this is. Eureka Springs is like sort of like actually, it's like a wacky town, a hippie town, and a really religious town all in one.
It is a wacky town?
Yeah, it's like, what's that place we go to in Colorado that has the wacky weed?
Oh, like Manitou Springs.
Manitou Springs. It's like Manitou Springs, really. It's got a very diverse hipster culture and a lot of churches and the Passion Play.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a vibrant mix of people, and it's close to Branson, so you can't go down all that way, not visit Branson. So why don't you walk us through what you're going to see?
Okay, first of all, we're going to go on August 4th, okay? And it's 4 days, 4 days, 6 meals. It's $9.99 per person.
Great price.
So it's a great price. Yes, we're going to tour Eureka Springs first, and this is where the Passion Play is also. And then we're going to stop along the way and see the Thorn-Crowned Chapel. It's a wooden structure. It's beautiful. It's absolute. It has a lot of about 425 windows.
Wow.
And 6,000 square feet of stained glass windows.
Wow.
So it's very old and it's elegant.
Yeah,
I think
really
it's
cool.
Beautiful. And then the next day we're going to drive downtown, and we're going to visit the St. Elizabeth Catholic Church, which was built in 1880.
Amazing.
Okay. And we're going to go to Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. I never went there.
No, I don't. Well, you and I haven't taken this trip. Carrie did.
That's right. Turpentine Creek. Okay.
If you love animals, you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's a big cat, big cat refuge.
Okay, so think of like
Tiger King.
Tiger King, like
Yeah, tigers and lions.
Ooh, tigers and lions and things. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to enjoy a beautiful meal in Eureka Springs there, and you're going to see the Passion Play that night with live animals. Okay, and 100 cast members, live people.
Yeah.
On this.
It's one of the biggest outdoor live performances in the United States.
Ooh. And then isn't Germany, don't they have that Passion Play every 10 years?
Yeah, so this is similar, and it's not as big. I think Passion Play is 300 to 600 people, but this is the next biggest thing you're going to see outside of Germany with the live animals and everything, and it's an outdoor amphitheater as well, so it's breathtaking.
That should be nice.
Yep.
And then the next day, we're going to go into Branson, and we're going to see David at the Sight and Sound Theater. And
Awesome.
Those shows are wonderful. I have seen those shows, and they're live.
Yeah.
And it's just breathtaking, and people are going to love it. And then afterwards, you can go downtown to the landing and, have a little something to eat maybe, or a glass of wine or something like that.
Amazing.
Okay. And I forgot. You don't go down there to eat. You go to the Keeter Center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's great. People even ask for the Keeter Center. Okay, and then the last thing, you wake up in the morning and you come home.
Yep. And we have a surprise stop on the way home, which Paige loves. She's watching from Florida.
Oh, she is?
I don't know if she's or not, but
We never know what it is going to be, though.
we have some ideas at least this time, so we'll keep everybody in the loop. But that's a great trip. Okay, so what activity level is this trip?
This activity level is 2 stars.
Yeah. I think it's very easy for everybody to do. There's not a ton of walking, even
Right.
though you're outside for the Passion Play. It's not a ton of walking there.
Right, and you can take a trolley downtown,
True.
so you don't have to walk all that ways.
Awesome. Okay. What are the pickup points?
Our pickup points will be Omaha, Lincoln,
Mm.
Fremont, Norfolk, if we have anybody there. And we can go through Kansas City.
Yep.
So we can pick up into Independence.
Yep. Technically,
moving
even
on.
Olathe is, Overland Park and Lenexa are close too.
If you go the other way.
if you go south.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to go and you're in Kansas City, make sure you let us know so we can work it out with you. Figure out where the best spot would be to pick you up.
Right.
Awesome.
Trying to grow that Kansas City market, you guys.
Yeah, we spent an hour today developing on figuring out what we're going to do to keep everybody going down there. So it'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so speaking of another tour along the similar topic, we have our Ark and Creation Museum tour. Cindy and I've actually personally taken this tour, and whether or not you're spiritual, the sheer magnitude of the Ark is unforgettable, and it's totally worth the trip. And we have two, maybe three. We have two for sure private groups on top of our own group going from different churches in the area that have put together their own groups that loved our schedule and then wanted to go. And so our version is the same one that they're doing, just different dates.
The Ark is beautiful. Anybody that does any kind of wood crafting, men that do wood crafting or something like that, you'll be amazed how they put this Ark together. It's like tongue and groove, not too many screws or things like that. So
let me see if I can show you what it looks like, because we have this new software now, and so I'm pretty sure I can show you what it looks like. I definitely can. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's so awesome. I love it. Okay, we're gonna upload these three. Can we do three at once? Nope. Okay. One with people in it. Let's see. Okay, so here's the first one. So this is just to give you a scale of how tall it is, because it's built to the actual specifications of what the Bible says it is. And let's do one more. You can see the whole thing here. Okay, let's try this one. This is a cool picture. Okay, so here is the whole thing. So those little people were way down right here on the right-hand side. Tiny. And this is how big it is. And so when you go into it, you enter through the bottom, and then you go up, and then inside is like recreated of the entire thing.
Right.
And everything is really well done and interactive. It's like a Disney World, but Ark,
Well, they show you how they lived in there for all that time, and their different way of getting fresh water.
Oh yeah.
And rotating the water and feeding the animals, how they fed all the animals, because down below were the animals and on top were the people. So
this is so kind of what you can expect to see inside. Let's see if it works here. Yeah, so you can see it's like wood, and then you walk up and down these different paths, and they have like animatronics and all the different stables and stuff where the different animals were, and about how they built it, and about how they got fresh water. Right. It's pretty neat.
And don't worry if you have a walker or anything like that. It's like an incline, a low incline that you just sort of walk around. You don't have to. And they have an elevator too if you need an elevator.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was easy to walk around.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so we're going to go through the tour, and then we'll talk a little bit more specific about the Ark. So this is August 6th through the 10th. 5 days, 7 meals. It's $12.25 a person, double occupancy. $17.25 per person, single. Again, this departs from the same places: Omaha, Lincoln, Norfolk, Fremont, and the Kansas City Independence area. So on day one, it's a typical first day for Excite when you're heading in this general direction. You're going to meet your guides, you're going to get on the motor coach, you're going to drive down, have lunch with the group, and then you're going to get to St. Louis. When you get to St. Louis, though, we are going to tour the Cathedral Basilica, which is known for its mosaic everything, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, everything but the pews. Right. The ceilings, the walls, everything is mosaics. Tiny, millions of little mosaic tiles. It is one of the most spectacular churches that I've ever seen. It's so definitely the most unique church I've ever seen. Right. And so it's a breathtaking experience. And then once we have our tour of the cathedral, then basilica, then we will go down to dinner with the group, and then we'll head on to our hotel, which is the Fairfield Inn, St. Louis downtown. Great location, right next to Strathleys. People like going there. So we'll do that. The next day is a little bit from our Derby tour, because it's in the same area. we're gonna go have lunch at the Bell House. Cindy, what's the Bell House like?
Oh, it's just a unique little restaurant, and it's in a house.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the different rooms all set up for people to sit there and eat. And you have a great chef,
Yep.
Chef Brett, and he makes a delicious lunch and dinner. So you'll love it.
You love it.
And they make homemade pie.
Absolutely.
It
And
is
everybody gets a piece
really
for
good.
dessert.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so then after that lunch, then we're going to go visit West Meadow Farms. We've talked about West Meadow Farms several times, but this is where our friend built and has her own stables, and she rehabilitates horses, thoroughbred horses, and other animals, mostly horses though.
Right.
And then those animals in turn rehabilitate humans, whether they have a special need or just humans that we come and visit.
Right.
And you get to learn about her story, some stories of the animals that were raised there, and why this is so important to the thoroughbred racing world.
And she does have some thoroughbreds there too.
Yep.
Because we had the jockey there that one time, and he did some riding for us and everything. So she is a unique woman.
Yeah,
I love her.
That's so much to do. That's such hard work. It's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll do that, and then you will head on to your hotel for the evening in Florence, Kentucky, and we're at the Hilton Garden Inn. So then day 3, we dedicated entirely to the Ark. So this is what you're seeing here. This is a view from when you walk into the park. Once you walk in a little ways, you can see it much before this, but this is the best view. They also have a simulator ride that you can purchase tickets for if you want. That was kind of cool. They have a big amphitheater, indoor theater that has different music and talks. And then they have a petting zoo with kangaroos.
Everything.
So amazing. Oh my God, it was so awesome. That was probably my favorite parts. And then of course the Ark. We say when you do the Ark, you should do the Ark first, because if it takes you all day to get through there, that's what you should see. And then everything else it would add on afterwards. They also have an amazing cafeteria. I had the chicken fingers that time, and they were amazing. And I'm not always a chicken finger person, but they were great.
I can't remember what I had. That was a long time ago.
So it's just a great time to spend in the park. I mean, you get there about 9:30, 10 when the park opens, and you're there till about 3:30, 4. And that seems to be enough time for everybody to get through everything. And I mean, there's so much, I would say, to read, but kind of, because they already spell it all out for you. But if you want to watch everything, it takes a while.
Right.
You
don't even notice the time go by.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and then we'll spend the night back in Florence, Kentucky. And then the next day, we do the Creation Museum, which is about half an hour north. And this is a $27 million complex built by the same team that built the Ark. And this is a museum-style property with tons of interactive exhibits, again, like inside the Ark.
Right.
They have a huge botanical garden outside that we walked around with, that big, beautiful lake. Zip lining if you're feeling spicy. We did not do the zip lining, but we saw everybody scream and do it. So that takes not as much time as the Ark, because it's not quite as big, but we definitely have plenty of time to spend there. Then you'll have an afternoon drive, and then you will end up in Indianapolis for your farewell dinner. And then the next day we come home. So it really rounds out a great trip to go see the Ark and the Creation Museum.
Those churches are going to have so much fun, aren't they?
So amazing. Big groups too.
Right.
The deposit for this trip is $100. So you can get all these order forms online. You can also call us and we can mail them to you. Whatever's easiest to have you go on the trip with us to the Ark, August 6th through the 10th. We already have a great number of people on these trips, so if you're still interested, there's still room. They're filling up quick. It's great. Okay, what should we do next?
Let's tell them about the trains of New England.
Oh, yes. Awesome. Okay. Well, do you want to start? Where do we start? So, Trains of New England, we had a tour called Trains of the Northeast, and we spent some time last week with Bree and revamped the whole thing. So now it is called Trains of New England. We found amazing airfare, which is $500 round trip from Omaha. So it's really great, cheap airfare. It was $500, right?
Yeah, right around there.
Yep. And then we revamped the tour. We actually included all the meals.
Right. That was something different.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just we're better able to explain what you're going to experience. You're going to experience 4 different types of trains on the tour in the 6 days that you're out there and spend time in Boston. From a modern Amtrak train to the Cog Railway to a 1960s era train, World War II. There is just something on this trip for everybody. And when we were thinking about it and hearing feedback from clients that were calling in to book the trip, the thing that stood out to us is that this is the time to go to New England when it's not so busy. So yes, fall in New England's amazing and you should do that. But if you're looking for like a more relaxed tour with not so many people on it, this would be the one to go on.
It's still beautiful though.
Oh,
the scenery
absolutely.
and everything is beautiful.
Still in the mountains.
Yes.
Yeah, along the coast, along the ocean, get to go to Portland, Maine, go do a lobster cruise.
Yeah.
Sea lion cruise. I mean, it'd be crazy.
Yes. And the tea.
Yep.
Don't we do the Boston tea?
Boston Tea Party. I don't know. Do we do Boston?
Do we do Boston?
We do like a tour of Boston.
Yeah.
Like a city tour.
I don't know if we do the Tea Party Museum potentially though. There's time that last day before the airport to go do that. So
yeah. Okay.
This is a round trip to Boston. Yep. So yes. So the Tea Party Museum, Boston Tea Party is a thing on the last day.
But that whole tour just seems a lot more, gives it a little bit more feel of what you're really going to see. That's why we had to redo it.
Yep. Yeah, and we decided to include all the meals, and we found great airfare rates. And so I think that when you read through that brochure, the Trains of New England brochure, it really will stand out to you as an epic summer trip to take out there. Yep. Especially if you've taken a lot of trips, a lot of places, and you're looking for something unique, or you took the Colorado Rail trip or the Southwest Trains trip. This is like a completely different scenery than that.
Okay.
So I think you'd have a blast on it.
Okay. Try it out. See.
Okay, we talked about Pella earlier today, and that is so if you want to sign up for that and be part of our Excite history, we have 3 buses. We have a few spaces left for that. And what about our drawing?
We better draw.
Okay, so we had 2 tour parties.
For?
This is for a $500 gift certificate to Excite, obviously. From the guests that were in Harlan and Avoca tour party and the ones that were in Valentine, Nebraska. Okay. Okay, here's the bowl. Okay, I mixed them all up.
Okay, I'll dig in the bottom.
Somebody's fate is in your hands. Okay. Oh, nice. I don't know who that is.
Wayne Moorhead.
Or Moreland.
Moreland.
Is it? I don't know, actually. From Audubon, Iowa. We can read your phone number, so we will definitely call you. But Wayne, if you're watching or you do watch this someday,
Okay.
Audubon, Iowa. Wayne.
Okay.
Morelan something.
Land.
Moreland.
Okay, you won.
Wayne won $500 gift certificate. Congratulations.
Wow.
Okay. So the last thing we'll talk about too is, we've been discussing this week also about, we keep improving the tour Tuesdays, but we really want to know what you guys want to hear about. We have been running through tour itineraries. We've been doing product reviews. We've done cooking. We've done live from different cities. We've went over how to qualify for TSA pre-check and what credit cards to purchase or to have, right?
Right.
So
we've thrown water at people.
We have. That was awesome. So we want to know what we can do for you. How do we make these tour Tuesdays interesting for you all? So what we're going to do is Bree is going to post a link in the chat, and you can take it. It's a survey. It's less than 5 minutes. It's really quick. It just asks you a few questions about what you love and about what you like to see, and we would really, really appreciate that, because this core group here that watches every week is really, the core group of our tour tribe, our travel tribe. As our travel tribe keeps growing, but since you're here all the time, thousands of you that watch this, we want to see what you want and be able to offer, amazing content for you all.
Great. So what do? We just put it up there and then they.
Yeah. So Bree just posted it in the chat.
Okay.
So then they will go and do the survey, and then next week we can talk about what the results were. And
Oh, I'm
yeah.
anxious.
Well,
Can somebody say something now about it?
Debbie Douglas is on, Jolene is on, Frank, they'll all do it. I know Cole, I don't know if I saw Cole pop
Cole-
in, but
He
Cole will
will.
take it. Michael will take it. Yeah, oh yeah. Sue will take it, I'm sure.
Graphs will take it, won't they?
Yeah. No, we're just all volunteering you guys to go do that survey. So hook us up. I don't think it's anonymous, so we're not gonna be able to tell who said what. But it's just fun. We want to know like what you guys want to hear about. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I would just like to know where how to make it more interesting for them. I sort of don't like just going through these brochures, sort of blah.
Got it.
I sort of would like to make a fool of myself sometimes.
Do a little Billy on the streets.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah. Something that would make, and you would enjoy to see, when you come to the screen and see us.
Or the like you were saying, like hearing different tips and tricks, or how do I do this thing for tours, or
Right.
what does that
Okay.
look like? Would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah, we were going to show you a little bit more behind the scenes of what it's like to book your own vacation,
Right.
how we manage vacations for thousands of people here, and how you can avoid some of the pitfalls that we experienced in the past, maybe.
Let's set up a tour
Mm-hmm.
step by step. That takes a while.
Yep. Debbie Douglas said, "Oh, Cindy."
What?
Because you said you want to make a fool of yourself.
It's not hard, Deb. Just ask Brian J.
We have had some fun. So I'm excited to see what everybody thinks and what they want to do. We have 2 minutes left. So are there any questions out there about what's going on and what's happening here at Excite, or things you want us to answer? We are going to make short videos with instructions on how to do things. So for instance, we're going to make them on how to sign up for TSA pre-check, how to sign up for global entry, all those kind of things. So you'll be able to find them on our website someday, and it won't have to be a half an hour. It'll be really short content that you can find on our YouTube page and on our website.
Frank did ask, are there stops at breweries or wineries on the Route 66 tour?
Oh, I am sure there are. Maybe too many. Don't worry, Frank.
Yeah, I would say, to Bree's point, don't worry about it. There are definitely at least one winery and one brewery on the tour.
On the whole tour, I think there's a couple more.
Mm-hmm.
I know for sure that there's a lot of diners with malts and hamburgers and french fries. And a lot of old cars, and shops like that, mechanical thing, redoing cars and things. I think this would be a place where people that redo cars would like to go,
Absolutely.
stuff like that.
I see a couple questions out here. So Jolene said, on the balloon trip from KC, is it direct or do you stop to Omaha and then meet the bus? No, you just go right there on that trip. Yeah, that's why we have it from KC.
Right. They do have a break though.
Yeah, of course. We will stop. We won't just power through the
Right.
3.5 hours or it is, but we'll stop. Karen said it would be helpful to know which tours are full and which ones have room. That's a great question, Karen. So on our website, we're playing with the idea of how to notate that on each tour, so you can go out there and see. And so look out for that. That will be coming relatively soon. We have a big meeting tomorrow with our marketing team to determine how exactly we're going to do that. So that way you can see it. We also have wait lists. So if tours are full, you can certainly still sign up for the wait list, and then we will call you right away and let you know that there's a space open.
Yeah, there usually is a wait list, and those people usually get on.
Yep.
Because things happen in the world,
Yeah.
So
That's great. All right. I don't see anything else, everybody. It is 8 p.m. on Tuesday, April 15th.
Is it 8 already?
It is tax day. Hope you all didn't pay your taxes or paid them. I mean, so pay your taxes.
Jay, you didn't pay your taxes?
Of course we did. We were forced to. I didn't even know they were going to take it out and just sucked it out.
Well, see, that's what happens when you give them your number. Silly.
We can't thank you all again so much for being here with us. We enjoy spending time with you on these Tuesday evenings, and we will see you all back here next Tuesday.
Have a nice Easter, everybody.
We can't wait to travel with you. Catch
Bye.
y'all later, everybody.